looking for a seamless, hassle-free experience. So this is again a major challenge in terms of organizational structure or design, because this piece is moving very fast. The customer expectation piece, and organizations will take time.
But I really appreciate what Vivek has just mentioned. Is sending my IT guys to the store fronts to be there and try to understand, what the customer requires. It is not that what I decide in the boardroom and that is to deliver to the customer. It is vice versa now, because as Vivek said, the customer is ever changing and we have to fulfill her requirement, the discovery, the transparency. What digitalization has done, so we have moved from offline to online to omni-channel, and now the customer requires even more transparency from every company, be it ESG, be it sourcing fronts, be it whether you're following the exact right things. Blockchain tomorrow probably will be a big boon to help every brand and every consumer ensure that I want this. We're talking about today, we are the higher spending customer is the millennials. Tomorrow is going to be Gen Z, and the customer which everybody today will be watching for will be the alphas. And these alphas, they are purely digital guys. So that's so ultimately, if we have to target an alpha today, alpha tomorrow, we have to start thinking the alpha way today.
While speaking to a few service providers, I got to know that people are very particular about the. So is it happening in your case also? How are you solving such issues for the consumers? When they say they want a particular shade of any color.
I think for premium products, this market is always there. Products like us, it is not that मुझे भेज चाहिए, because we are more of a breath kind of product, and we work really very focused with North America, and probably every one of us takes those cues. So मेरे केस में ऐसा नहीं है.
And it is more of a push-based inventory. So if I need to sell this shirt, I need to plan 6 to 8 months in advance. So it's really difficult.
Those lot of players tried that made-to-measure thing, where they can give us multiple choices. For example, it's happening in footwear, particularly sports footwear, and the biggest brand of the world is doing it. You can put your insignia on your shoe, what kind of shoe you require, what kind of cloth you require.
And it is also happening in terms of stitching or other choices rather than color. Color may be more customization. As of now, we are not in that space. Stitched custom kurtas or custom dresses are available, but not on custom colors, because color options.
A lot of casual, especially what we see in Europe, and we started seeing in India as well, though we are not one of those who have done it. So everyone started using a tailor shop inside the stores, where you can take a product and they can give you certain accessories that you can get it done there itself for X amount or Y amount. So it has started evolving, but it cannot be too customized also now.
Making one piece may be costlier, much costlier in case it is not.
So customization and personalization are not very affordable for the brands. Is this what you're trying to say?
It's more to do with supply chain. It's not about affordability, but it's more about can we deliver it in the right manner to that very customer. It's not about affordability, because ultimately the customer has to pay for whatever he or she services she wants, and are we able to deliver it in the manner he or she wants that service.
And it is more on push based. So I am having 50 options. So I can push and customize as per those 50 available. 50 first will take time. So that's the piece.
So I think my next question is to you. That I want to know from you which are the technologies in the future that are actually going to be very helpful for the fashion retailers especially.
Metaverse based on blockchain, everybody is trying to find a solution within that technology, that what I can do. For example, if as Vivek and me we were talking about कि हमको 6 महीने लगते हैं inventory that first sampling create करने के अंदर, so using 3D tools or something like a metaverse, can I design my range in 25 days, and can I save on the sampling cost and put it directly on the runways or put it directly to my consumer? So this is one technology, and it goes further into customization, premiumization as well. So can my customer sitting in a home get the same experience as she's visiting the store, and a sales consultant is assisting her or not? So I think a metaverse is one technology that every brand, the premium brands have already leveraged on it. With commercial brands like us, everybody have tried. We launched a store in metaverse last year. It was a very experimental store, but I think it's got a good future.
So I would like to close this session with the closing remarks from both of your side, and then we'll open the floor for the questions. So any closing remarks that Vivek and Atul would like to?
Yeah, closing remark is one line: technology should solve the customer problem. customer experience enhancement is the key.
It is our duty to do justice to that information that is available, create it into better insights, which in turn is going to solve a lot of customer problems and make the brand still relevant. See, relevance has become very important, and if we are able to convert into meaningful insights, that's going to make you stay relevant.
So customer was the king, is the king, and is going to be the king.
Yes, very good.
Yeah, we close the session on this note, and any questions anyone, please?
Hi, this is from such an insightful session. My name is Vishal, and my company represents international and private label brand and e-commerce marketplace. So we all are talking about technology and what are the tools available like AI, machine learning, all those stuff. But generally nobody talks about the pain points of e-commerce, which is the RTO actually. How technology can help us in reducing it or maintaining a proper balance between what we're selling and what is coming back to us.
As of now, even to put the right size charts or maybe the right fabrics, and the consumer in the end ends up saying, okay, let me buy 2-3 products and I'll return it. So that's why the RTVs are too high now. And okay, number 2 is, for example, what kind of target customer are we catering to on the digital platforms. So somebody who's coming to offline stores with a deep pocket bill is very different from a Gen Z or Alpha who is buying online, who is very price sensitive. So these technologies, whatever technology have, and there's a company called Style here, for example, which does a lot of research on the digital platform D2C brands, for example. So they help you, curate your collection specifically for specific customers. So these are few things probably which will actually bring the RTOs down, but eventually the customer has to become more sensitive for that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely right. What I have read about it is that as a brand owner, probably you getting this, reducing it.
So data is available, as I mentioned in previous. Your data, what's happening? A lot of data is available across everyone. So हम उसको insights भी create करना बहुत जरूरी है. अगर as a brand owner, as a company हम insights ही नहीं create करेंगे, so कभी answer नहीं मिलेगा.
So I think this problem need to be broken in 2 parts. One is generate returns and another.
Yeah.
And there are several customers who order in that manner. So these serial offenders can be identified through AI, and you can give that limited options for return or not COD, and there are multiple ways.
Thanks a lot, gentlemen.